After deciding about all the different lights that you will be installing at the different parts of the home, the next challenging part would be how to maintain a clean and tidy look.
In this lesson, I will be sharing more about how you can create this beautiful home
with all the electrical cords tucked away from your eyes.
How will you solve visible cords? Visible cords behind your console tables or nightstands are not something you would want to see. Command hooks are one of the best ways to hide these cords. Command hooks may be intended to hang items on the wall. Get a small command hook and clip a cord to the hook behind the tabletops or legs to ensure that the cords does not stick out. Get the clear command hooks instead of the white ones to make sure the hooks do not stick out from the color. Have two of the command hooks and one hook facing upright. The other one can be flipped upside down so that the cord will not be able to come out of the hook when threaded through both hooks. You might need multiple command hooks to ensure the cords are hidden. What if you have a cord running along the wall or the floor? What would you do? Many might just cover it with a rug, but when you step on it, you'll feel the cord underneath the rug sticking out.
I would suggest using a cord cover. Paint the cord in a color similar to its adjacent wall so that it becomes less obvious to the eyes visually. The cord covers should only run along the walls or ceiling and not on places that people walk on.
Curtains are also great ways to hide cords. If you have cords near areas with curtains,
you can consider using the curtains to hide the cords.
This is a simple tip and no adhesive is needed, saving all the floors and walls from damage.
Now, moving on to the aircon trunking. Often, homeowners may find aircon trunking to be unsightly and protrusive. Notice that in this image, the aircon trunking that runs around the passageway on both sides. To have a much more seamless appearance, we could box up the trunking to make it appear as though it is a structural part of the house, after which we can then paint it to be as the same color as your walls. The end result is that it will just appear like the other existing beams in the house and no longer draws the eyes to it. Next, let's touch on the electrical casings that we encounter when we have fans or lights at the ceiling. To some, having a casing running around on the ceiling may not be aesthetically pleasing. If the fan or lights are required at a position away from the original lighting point, we would be seeing exposed electrical casings. We can design a false ceiling to cover these unsightly casing running around. With a false ceiling, the track lights in this room can now look neater while being positioned at the ideal location just near to the wardrobe. In this example, you can see that the fan has no exposed casing being seen as the false ceiling conceals it. This is also the same reason why false ceiling are proposed for the areas near the pendant lamps, which are not the original lighting point location. At this area, the thoughtful use of the false ceiling in the dining areas helps to conceal both the electrical casing from the dining pendant light as well as the aircon trunking that runs along the passageway. Do you also know that having a block partition can also help in hiding the cords or making the existing recessed walls appear seamless? Partitions can be done with plasterboards as well as using carpentry works. This is a white TV feature wall that the TV mounts on. Its cables are hidden inside the carpentry, which runs to the TV console without us seeing it. Similarly for this black TV feature wall. In this picture, the original recessed wall is now flushed with the adjacent wall with the construction of a craft stone feature wall as well. Thus, the feature wall not only helps to conceal TV cables, in this case, helps to add visual interest to the space as well. For this living room, the initial layout had an awkward recessed wall in the middle. But with a full-height built-in storage cabinet, the end result looks seamless. Lastly, having a full-height cabinetry is a wonderful way to ensure that no unsightly cables will be seen, while at the same time creating a great amount of storage spaces. With this knowledge, now it just takes a bit of creativity to see how you can apply these tricks to transform your home into a clean and a minimal one.